Britain, the land of tea and ale, of cricket and football, where they have at least 50 different words for rain and only about 5 for sunny weather. Where the people are known to have an excellent sense of humor, a weird passion for queuing, and great modesty. Or did someone say prudery? Today, we want to find out if the British are really as prude as often said. And we're gonna do this in a way that's not very common for us, because we're gonna expose them to nudity in a place where they don't really expect it. But it's a beautiful day in the UK and we haven't had many of those yet. So first, we're going to England's most famous nude beach.
It's 9 AM on a Monday morning and the road near the access spot to the nude beach is already packed, so I guess we're not the only ones who want to benefit from a beautiful day. It's ridiculous how many people are walking on this trail. It feels like we're going to an event or so that's just about to happen.
If you look on the map, you can see that it is quite a walk, but don't be scared of it because it is beautiful. It takes you through all this natural area with magnificent views and this cute little bush and flowers, and it's magnificent.
Well, one thing they do is they do make sure that if you happen to see naked people, it's really your own choice. There are at least 10 signs pointing out that this is a nude beach, that there will be naked people, even kind of explaining what naturism is. We just walked past the nude beach. It doesn't look that crowded from here, but when you walk on the naturist section, you can see that there are quite a lot of people. They're just all very well spread, maintaining a very Northern European social distance, but it makes it very difficult to vlog. There's literally no place where we can sit outside of a radius of maybe 10 meters from other people, and this makes talking to a camera very uncomfortable. And I want to remind you once again, this is a Monday morning. Okay, it's still August, but it's a Monday morning. It's still this crowded. It's a place where everybody comes to.
The vibe is quite good. It's a good mix between elderly couples, younger couples, single people. It is nice. Good vibe. We've only seen a few nude beaches in the UK, but none of them seem nearly as popular as this one. What makes Studland stand out so much that people travel from all over the country to come here?
I think one reason could be is that because there's so many naked people here, nudity is completely normal on this beach. While on the other beaches, sometimes you had to go to the corners of the beach or hide behind a rock or something. And what's also interesting is that everybody stays nicely within the naturist section. Like literally the last people lay on the line where the sign is. And that's strange because it's totally illegal in the UK to be naked anywhere. So maybe, what does that say about people being prude? What does that say about the general acceptance of nudity?
Do the masses create a feeling of belonging? Or was it the signs that create a safe environment? Knowing that every single person who comes here is well aware that they might see naked people. This could be the case because lots of clothed people are passing by and nobody seems to care at all. The fact that something is legal doesn't make it socially accepted, and public opinion is hard to estimate, especially for us tourists who are new to this country. Like a few days ago, we wanted to visit a nude beach in Cornwall. Carlisle Beach is listed as an official nude beach, but when we got there, there wasn't a naked person to be seen. On the contrary, the beach was full with bathing suits. As there was no signage, we just started climbing rocks and looking for secluded coves, which we eventually found, but yet we had no idea how anyone would react if they suddenly passed by. Only when we later returned to the main beach, we realized that we had totally misjudged the acceptance of nudity on this beach.
Here's some good news. We just seen the first naked British in Great Britain. And the funny thing is that they were not in the coves, they were just at the end of the main beach. So apparently we had it all wrong. The coves are not really the naturist side. If you want to get naked, you just come to the end of the main beach. Meanwhile, we spent some time on the nude beach. We had a look around and I can say I get it. This is really a place where nudity is normalized, where nudity is normal. And birds of a feather flock together. There were at least 1,000 naked people, probably more. So we definitely can't say that everybody in Britain is prude, but of course this gives a bit of a false sense because it's an official nude beach. So we want to see how people react in places where nudity is not that common.
So we are at the beginning of a hiking trail up to the Tor of Glastonbury, and the plan is to do it naked. Stop right there. Maybe we should give some background first. Before coming to England, we got in touch with Michael and Fiona. They are the couple behind the Naked Travels website and presumably the best-known naturist content creators in the UK, having appeared in lots of newspapers and TV shows. We had one question. Can you help us find something different than naturist clubs or nude beaches? They said yes, which is why we are now at the start of the hiking trail to Glastonbury Tor, one of the most famous landmarks in Somerset. Like you can hear, we're going up, so maybe it will be better to do the hike naked. I'm not sure yet if I will do it, because for me, naturism and getting naked is all about comfort, and I don't know if the hike up to a Tor, which is super popular, is something that I will feel comfortable about, and we'll see how it goes.
So that's where we're heading.
Yeah. Is there a story behind?
Yes, there's a story behind the Tor. So it's there's a history with Henry VIII abolishing the monasteries in the UK. Mm-hmm. So they destroyed the monastery and then killed a load of monks, didn't they? Really? Yeah. We're very good at history.
It's not a happy story.
It's not a happy story, no.
Once I saw all the people hiking up and down the hill, I was getting second thoughts. Is this really what we wanted? How comfortable did I feel with exposing unknowing people to nudity? What was our goal anyway? So remind me again, why are we doing this naked?
We're going up to see the view at the top. You'll see a lovely view. It's well worth it, honest.
Okay. Their answers didn't convince me. Only later Fiona would give me a much better answer.
People are so guarded and secure here. They won't sort of like go out of their comfort zone, and we just want people to just explore because it is so different and so much more, you know, to offer. Really.
It's the best there is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And I think, you know, there's nothing better than to experience something and try and pass that on because it's such a wonderful thing. That's how I feel.
More than being promoters of naturism, Michael and Fiona advocate for the normalization of nudity. And they fight for their rights. Unlike what some people may think, we're not doing anything illegal here. The British laws that support public nudity don't just count on the beach, but everywhere. What I didn't know at the time was that our location also had something to do with it. I only knew Glastonbury from the famous festival that attracts more than 200,000 people each year. But the town itself tends to attract free thinkers and open-minded souls. It's a place where alternative cultures thrive, and when you visit Glastonbury, a group of naked hikers is probably not the weirdest thing you'll see.
It's as cute as possible to get food.
Well, that's effective then.
It is effective, yeah.
We do get a lot of good feedback. It's a lot cooler.
I can imagine. I might be joining you on the way down.
You're nearly there.
I might join you.
Yeah, it is much cooler.
People don't seem to care about the nudity at all. They're super friendly, but I have the feeling and the impression that most of the British are super friendly. We're almost at the top now, and I have to say, I still don't have the need to take off my clothes. I don't know why.
Ah, there's a breeze.
To this day, I still can't tell you why I decided not to take off my clothes. But what I do know is that it didn't matter at all. Glastonbury is said to have something magical, and to me, the true magic lays in the fact that everyone can do what they found comfortable and that it's totally fine. Some were naked, some were clothed, and some would switch sides.
I really don't know how I have to explain this to all the people who told me that the British are prude. Like nobody, literally nobody reacts. The only reactions we get is smiles.
Yes.
And the lady on top that joined us, but
That's Glastonbury.
I want to stress once again that what we did was 100% legal. We even have this card over here that says, it gives more explanation about naturism and the law, and that explains that naturism is legal in the UK. And this is something that can be shown to police officers or people who pass by. It's a good idea from British naturism. But the fact that it's legal doesn't make it always even comfortable. It did help that we were with a group and with local people, but still it sometimes felt like wearing a Smurf costume in a restaurant.
Oh, look, a peroque.
Meanwhile, we arrived at another nude beach, and saying that there are fewer cars in the parking lot than in Studland is quite an understatement.
Definitely less people. But how are we gonna get down?
There's a trail.
Oh, okay.
We're less than an hour away from Studland Beach, and this place couldn't be more different. Instead of 1,000, there were only about 20 naturists. There weren't any signs either. Yet, just like at Studland, the clothed and the naked were right next to each other, giving each other space and not caring about how many or how few clothes everyone is wearing. I don't know if these few experiences tell us anything about whether the British are more or less prude than other people. But if there is one lesson we learned, it's that they are very respectful towards other people's choices. And that is probably the most important.
So now that we have this myth deconstructed, and also because the sea is quite loud here, I think we can leave you with this positive message. So we are moving on, and if you want to know where that's gonna be,
Make sure you subscribe to our channel, put on your notifications if you don't want to miss anything. Thank you for watching, and we just see you in 2 weeks.
bye bye! It's 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, and the road it's 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, and the road next to the
We're on the beach, we're clothed, and that's just because we couldn't find a place where we could be.
Do you have anything to say about that?
No, I have nothing to add.